Ever wondered how entrepreneurs manage to fund their ventures when traditional financing methods don't cut it? Well, that's where creative financing comes into play. It's an innovative approach to funding a business, especially when standard avenues like bank loans or investor capital aren't in the cards. Creative financing is like a secret weapon, a toolbox of strategies that can help bring a business idea to life. It's a game changer for entrepreneurs who dare to think outside the box. Now you might be asking, what forms does this creative financing take? Well, there are several types, each with its unique advantages. Seller financing is one, where the seller provides a loan to the buyer to complete the purchase. Then there's lease options, a contract to rent a property with the option to buy. And let's not forget factoring, which involves selling your receivables for immediate cash. A shining example of creative financing at work is the case of a small tech startup. Imagine a small tech startup with a brilliant idea but lacking the funds to bring it to life. Let's dive into a real-world example of a tech startup that used creative financing to rise from the ashes. This underdog story is about a team of innovators who had a groundbreaking idea but were short on capital. They knew they needed a solution, and they discovered it in the form of seller financing and lease options. Seller financing enabled them to acquire necessary equipment without the immediate need for substantial funds. Instead of paying the full amount up front, they agreed to pay the seller in installments over time. This was a win-win situation for both parties, as the seller could sell the equipment at a higher price due to the interest charged, while the startup could keep their cash flow intact. To secure their office space, the startup turned to lease options. They entered into an agreement to lease a property with the option to buy it at a later date. This gave them the flexibility to control the property and decide whether or not to purchase it in the future based on their financial situation. To manage cash flow, the startup used a technique called factoring. They sold their invoices at a discount to a third party. This allowed them to receive immediate funds and maintain a steady cash flow, even if their clients were late on payments. Through creative financing, this tech startup was able to launch successfully and is now a thriving business. Creative financing, as illustrated by our case study, is not just about finding funds. It's about challenging conventional norms and seeking out unique and unconventional strategies for business funding. It's about flexibility and adaptability, about transforming obstacles into stepping stones. It's about harnessing the power of creativity to fuel your business dreams. And as we've seen, this innovative approach can lead to unprecedented success. So, next time you think about financing a business, remember, creativity can be the key to unlocking your entrepreneurial dreams.